Hello everybody, welcome to my channel today. So as promised, I am filming all 4 of the looks in the new Charlotte Tilbury Icon palette, and today I opted for the day eyes, and that is what I'm wearing today. I am also wearing from that same collection one of the latex lips, and this one here is Berry Nude. I'll just swatch that for you guys. It's a little darker than what I would normally wear, but it is a very pretty color. It's not too cool on me, which I was a little bit concerned about. Berry sometimes can be a little cool and sometimes go a little bit ashy on me and turn my lips a little bit of a gray tone, believe it or not. But I think this is a very good color for my skin tone. I just need to get used to it being a little bit dark and bold. This is a dark, bold color for me personally, but I just need to get a little bit used to it. So I did film this look today. I've used a couple of new products that I got from a Dior event that I just went to this week at Sephora, and of course using the Charlotte palette and a few you know, just some of my old favorites as well, but I just wanted to mostly show to you this day eye look. So if you are interested, just keep watching, but I just first want to comment, this is day 2 hair using my Revlon styler. I know a lot of you have been very interested in it. I'm absolutely loving it. My big concern right now is damage. I'm still, you know, I've had a little bit of feedback from people saying that their hair was damaged. Sorry, I'm going to check. Yeah, I always have lipstick on my teeth. After I filmed my Revlon video, which I'll link below if you're interested, I noticed that Risa from Risa Does Makeup did a video solely on damaged hair from that Revlon. So I am a little bit concerned about that. I am upping my deep conditioning treatments and things, but I am still very concerned about damage. And I just wanted to point out that my hair doesn't look the best the next day. Even though I know Risa says her hair lasts, mine does stay smooth though, but it definitely doesn't keep too much of the style. It looks a little bit bedraggled, but that also being said, I am in desperate need of a haircut and a color. As you can see, my roots are really bad, so I'm getting it done on Friday. So hopefully after I have my hair done, my hair will be looking a little bit better conditioned and things. But anyway, I just wanted to give you just a tiny bit of an update on the Revlon styler. So let's get back to the makeup. So if you're interested in seeing this look, minus the lipstick on the teeth, then just... Okay. So I am really starting to see my Botox is wearing off. I can see my eye is starting to collapse, so I think I need an appointment. So I went last time in the middle of January, so we're at like the 2-month mark now, and that's typically how long it lasts for me. So I guess I'll be making an appointment pretty soon. I am a little bit tired, I have no excuse, but it could also be a little bit of that. So I just want to quickly also mention that in the past couple of Get Readies with me, I haven't used an under eye concealer, and I forgot to point out why. So I tend to find a lot of them on me look really cakey, and I end up looking, showing a lot more of my fine lines and wrinkles. So I just find I'm better skipping it altogether. But what I have been using is I actually pulled this out. I bought this a long time ago. It's the Colorscience Total Eye. It's kind of a all-in-one product. It's SPF, it's an eye cream, it's a brightener, it's a color corrector. It comes in this neat tube, and it's kind of a peachy color. And I've been doing this actually as part of my skincare. I took this with me as skincare to Australia, and this is what I ended up using as under eye concealer, and well, should I say instead of under eye concealer. So I still use my regular eye cream, my Bobbi Brown, and then I add this on top, and I was just using a sunscreen, and I thought, wow, it actually does cover up a little bit of that darkness in the corner. And then I've been skipping under eye concealer altogether. So that's kind of what I've been doing as part of my skincare, and I thought I would just quickly mention that. So the first thing I'm going to share with you guys is something from Dior. If you guys saw on my Instagram, I went into Sephora for something, and they were having a Dior event with a gift with purchase. And every time there's a gift with purchase, it sucks me in. So anyway, I met with the rep. It was actually, they had a whole bunch of people there that work for Dior, not just Sephora ladies, and they showed me some of the new products. And this one really piqued my interest. It is a primer. This one's called the Dior Skin Forever and Ever Wear, and it's a primer. And as I've mentioned many times on my channel, I am not a big fan of primers. I find the more layers I put on my skin, the worse I look, and I just never really seem to enjoy the results. But when she showed this to me, she mentioned it's an SPF, so I thought, wow, okay, maybe I'll try this with some of my favorite foundations that don't have SPF, and then I'm covered. So one thing I found kind of weird, and I don't know if you can see that on the packaging, there's kind of a sticker on top, and there's a sticker on top of this one. She said in Canada they're not allowed to put on the box that it's SPF because it doesn't say SPF, and that's why I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I even checked when I got home because that was the only reason why I got it, is for SPF. So anyway, she assured me it was, and then I looked on the Dior website and it does have SPF. So I'm going to give it a try. This is my first day trying it, and I just thought it would be a great way to be able to wear a lot of my foundations in the summertime and have an SPF. I can't remember what she said the number was. I'll put it somewhere here. I think it was a 30 maybe. So it's clear, there's no color, there's no iridescence. How it came up is, I think I told you guys when I was in Australia, my sister-in-law, even last time, had this bottle, or it was a tube, a plastic tube from Dior, and it was a tinted kind of moisturizer. It was iridescent, and it had an SPF, and it looked so beautiful on her skin, and she loves it too, and she said it's discontinued. So we're always looking around and kept checking to see if maybe they brought out something comparable, and they haven't. So anyway, the lady at Dior said this might be a good alternative. So I thought, because I'm using a Dior primer, I would pull out this sample that I've had in my drawer for a while. Also Dior Skin Forever, and it's called the Undercover 24-hour coverage fresh weightless foundation, and the color I got is number 10 Ivory, which sounds a little light for me, but we'll give it a try. And it's just a little tiny sample here, and I'm going to use my favorite IT Cosmetics. It's the dual end foundation brush, and it's the Heavenly Luxe number 7. So there's one end is foundation and the other end is concealer, and I love it. And yeah, this foundation's pretty light, but we'll just fix it up with some bronzer. I think I've used a couple of Dior foundations, just samples. I don't think I've ever bought a Dior foundation. They're pretty pricey, and I just never really looked at them. So yes, it's very, very light, but it's definitely making my skin very even. I think it just would have been better if I had better color, but it was a sample, so I probably didn't get to choose. And it definitely has a scent, not an offensive scent, but it's definitely fragranced. So if you don't like, it's like a perfumey kind of a smell. So if you don't like scents, you might not like this. But yeah, it's definitely a nice finish. It's just a little light. I think I'm going to put a little bit extra in my chin area because I do have a little bit of scarring. I've told you guys a million times, I've had quite a few cysts this last year and had to have a few of them injected. And they just scar for so long. Like this one on my chin, though, I think was September when I had it injected, and it's kind of pitted and still a little bit red. And this one on my forehead too is also pitted. I did know, he warned me that it does kind of pit your skin a little bit, but I was just so desperate. So yeah, I'm looking a little pale, but it is a very nice finish, I must say. Okay, so now I'm going to use just a teeny bit of concealer just on those areas, and I'm going to use my Clay de Peau. If you're new to my channel, I got this from Marshall's. I've been scoring some really neat stuff from Marshalls and Winners just lately. They've really upped their game as far as cosmetics. So just a little bit of concealer there. And I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Coconut Eye Primer. I am still struggling to find the perfect eye primer. My eyelids are just so greasy that my eyeshadow just does not last. And I kind of looked, so yesterday I put on my makeup about 9, and when I looked at around 3, my eyelids had creased. So that's not even a full work day. So I really would like to get a primer during VIB sale. I'm thinking the NARS. I have quite a few people have talked about that, and that was actually what I was going to buy at the last VIB sale and was talked into the Fenty. But I think I'm going to try either the NARS or MAC, and we'll see how that goes. So we've done all that, so now I'm just going to do a little bit of powder, and I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi palette. And inside here is the Bye Bye Pores. I'm just going to go over my face with that, and I'm just going to use this Real Techniques brush. I'm really low on brushes. I need to wash them, so I'm kind of at the last of the last. And I'll do my eyelids a little in hopes that might help. So just a little once over just to set everything. And yeah, that foundation looks really pretty, but definitely way too light. So let's warm my face up a little. So I'm going to use my tried, tested, and true Charlotte Tilbury, my Filmstar Bronze and Glow. And as you can see, I'm at the very bottom here. And I'm just going to use this Sephora brush that I got. And I'm just going to carve out a little bit of a contour here with it. And I'm going to use from that Je ne sais quoi palette the bronzer in there just to warm up my face because it needs it. And it is such a beautiful day today. It is definitely spring here. I don't know how long it'll last. That's happened to us before and we're fooled and it ends up getting cold again. But the past few days have been absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go in now again with this. This is the bronzer in Je ne sais quoi. And I am going to use this big brush from IT Cosmetics, and it's a Heavenly Luxe. It's a powder brush, but I'm going to use it for my bronzer today. This isn't my favorite bronzer. It's not super dark, but it's not too bad. This is actually kind of a nice little palette, great for travel. I really like the blush in here, actually the most out of the whole palette. It's like a bubblegum pink, but it just goes on my skin really, really nicely. I'm not going to use that today, though. I think I'm going to use a Charlotte Tilbury blush, and we'll decide once I get my eyes done which one to use. So there, I've got a little bit of warmth. It's not ideal. This foundation is very light. Go. Now where is my... I'm going to do my brows with this Dior Universal Pencil. It's the Brow Styler. I really, really like this. I've had it for eons. I just kind of forget about it and go on to the other ones. And I'm just going to quickly fill in brows. I don't go to a lot of trouble with my brows. It's just not a big... I know a lot of people, brows is their most important thing, but for me, it's just... I just do it because I'm supposed to. And this one has a little spoolie on the other end, which is nice. And we'll just do that. Now let's get into the eye palette. So I am going to do the Day Eye today, which is these kind of pinky and then a burgundy color at the bottom here. This is a beautiful look. This color right here is just this gorgeous, it looks like almost like a white pearl, but there's definitely like a pink undertone to it, a goldy pink, really, really pretty. So I'm going to go all over the lid with this Real Techniques brush. It's just the base shadow brush, and I'm going to put that really light color all over my eyelid, and this is called Prime. And this trio here seems to work really, really well with her typical eyeshadow look, which is the Prime, Enhance, and then Smoke. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid here. And like I said, I don't know if that comes up on camera. It's just like a really nice light sheen with a bit of a gold reflection. And it's a nice peachy pink color, so it's not too stark. I think I've told this to you guys a million times, but I am thoroughly enjoying this palette. And it was definitely an impulse buy that I didn't really think I would use too much of it, and I am loving it. So the next color is the pink shade, and that is called Enhance, and I'm just going to kind of put that on the brow bone and the outer corner. And this is just a nice pink, and again it is shimmery. I find these colors are very pigmented, super easy to work with. That's one thing I keep forgetting to tell you guys, is I find them very, very user-friendly. As many years as I've had with makeup, I don't consider myself skilled. I just kind of wing it, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I've gone to many different makeup things. I've watched 1,000 tutorials, but I'm by no means an expert in makeup. It's just always a learn as I go. And I find this palette very easy to use, and the colors are super easy to work with. There's no fallout. They're super easy to blend. And I just find all the shades that I've worn so far are very blendable and appropriate for any type of function, whether it's work, going out, anything. I haven't done the blues or greens yet. That's why I'm kind of dancing around that, saying the colors I've used. So with that same shade, I'm going to go underneath my eye with the Sigma brush. And that's also what I used on the top, was a Sigma. And that is my number E25. It's one of my favorite brushes. So I'm just going underneath my eyes. And if you are new to my channel, I always point out, in case you haven't figured it out, I am blind in this eye. That's why my eyes look so different. And this one never grew as a baby, because I've had it since I was a small child. And so lastly, I'm going to go in with this color here. It's not matte, it's kind of more of a satin. And this is called Smoke. And I'm just going to put that on the outer edge here and just deepen out this outer V and just add a little bit of depth. I've even used these shadows with my fingers. They're just super easy to work with. Really, really enjoying it. So if you're a beginner and you were a bit intimidated by this, I highly encourage you to give it a try. And I'm just going to blend that out a little bit with this Sigma, just so it's not so harsh. And I'm just going to go in with my finger with that top color here and just soften this a little bit on the mobile lid. So I've been doing each one of the looks as she has laid them out, but you can use these colors, mix them, match them however you want. But I just thought it'd be quite fun to do them exactly how she lays it out. And I've been really enjoying it. So now for blush, let's have a look. I've got two here. I pulled out my Pillow Talk, and I also pulled out Ecstasy. And I think I'm going to go with Ecstasy because it's a bit of a peachy color, a little bit more brighter for spring. So the color here, I just kind of swirl around and grab from the middle. That's what she calls Swish and Pop. And I think that's a nice complement to the eye look. Yeah, like that. A little bit more. And then for highlight, I thought I would use, also from the Je ne sais quoi palette, this highlight here. I've used it before. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but I'm just going to use this whole palette, I guess. So I'm just going to use this Sigma. This is the tapered highlighter. And I'm just going to put a little bit in the corner here. And just kind of like in a C motion. A little bit here, down the bridge of my nose. And I am going to put eyeliner and mascara on off camera because it's very boring. And then we will get back together and do lips. Okay, I'm back. So I did my eyes. I used the new Pat McGrath Fetish Mascara. I do really like it, but I don't think it gives me as much volume as Marc Jacobs and It Cosmetics. But it is a very nice mascara and it doesn't smudge or transfer, which is a very good thing for me. So for lips, I have this color here. This is from the Charlotte Tilbury, the new latex lips that I am loving. So I ordered this color. It's called Berry Nude. I haven't opened it or swatched it or tried it, but just in the tube, it does look a little bit cool for me. I did compare it to a couple of other Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks that I owned, and this one here is Bitch Perfect, which I love. And they are kind of similar. And I also compared it to this color, which is, I think it's Miss Kensington, sorry, my magnifying glass, Between the Sheets. And that's also pretty similar, and I do like this color. And this is another one, this one I think is Miss Kensington. And this color is also pretty similar. Can you guys see that? So I think I'm going to use it. I wasn't sure. I was thinking maybe I should return it and but it's not as cool as Pillow Talk, which definitely does not work for me. It's just way too cool on my skin and ends up looking a little bit gray. But this one does have a bit more warmth. So let's try it. So this is my third one of these shades. I just love these glosses. They're super opaque, long lasting, and I love the colors. So this is a little darker than I would wear, but it's not as cool tone as I was concerned about. And I think it's going to be a nice color for spring. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a bit dark? It's very pretty, but I kind of feel it looks a bit harsh. It's a bit darker than what I normally wear, but maybe if I mix it with Belle de Soir, that's the lightest one of these shades, and I find that a little bit light, so maybe I'll mix it with that just to tone it down a little. But it is a very pretty color for spring. I think for most people this would be a great color, but I'm just a little bit with darker shades. I usually wear light nudes and things, but it is a very pretty tone. I do like the color. It's not too ashy on me, and it's not too cool tone. It's just, I've just got to get used to the deepness of it. So anyway, that is the final look. And the last one that I need to film is the Disco Eyes. That is the green and blue, and that will be coming up. I promise I will film that for you guys as well, and that will be my first time using it. I may play around with it a little bit before I film it. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's look, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!